everyone, and welcome back to Inside Clips presented by Royal Purple. I'm Lorette Nickel. Well, a lot's happened since we last broadcast the show, so let's just jump straight into it. The big story, of course, is FD Seattle, and the big winners were Dimitri Brutsky and Von Gittin Jr. Brutsky looked like the strongest driver in the field, but listen to what he was dealing with all weekend. Electrical problems and a miscommunication with his ECU that made the car go into limp mode. Former champ Michael Essa jumped straight in, recalibrated, and reset it. A broken diff in practice, then a spark plug problem, and Essa again jumped in with spare parts. Brutsky never settled, and now he stands on top of the leaderboard with Josh Love in second and Austin Matta in third. In the pro class, the weekend was dominated by veteran Von Gittin Jr., and boy, was this a show. Von looked incredibly fast and aggressive, battling his way to the finals against Frederick Osbo. And for Osbo, it was a chance to capture his second win of the season. But that wasn't in the cards. Von was just too strong and got through Osbo to capture his first win since 2018, when incidentally he beat Osbo to deny Osbo a championship against James Dean. Von took first with Osbo in second and 2012 champion Michael Essa in third. On Sunday, the rain fully stopped and we were treated to a barn burner of an event. Here's some of the top line. Osbo experienced a manifold crack and departed early from the event in top 32. Dai Yoshihara continued his competitive streak of getting far in competition, but up against Chris Forsberg, he made a driver mistake and slammed super hard into the wall. Odibakchi's already dealing with a battered and bruised car and no supercharger, met Von in the Great 8 and narrowly beat the surging monster driver, but the car didn't have enough for Odi to bring his masterful chase runs. Ryan Turk once again is showing championship level driving as he made it to the final four, but Justin Pollock was there to shut the door. Chelsea Denofa had a chance to back up his win in St. Louis, but going up against his boss, Von Gittin Jr., he slammed hard into the wall, crashing out and ending his day in the final four. It would be Von Gittin Jr. and JTP in the finals, and OMG, was this one of the craziest things we've seen. JTP coming through the power alley overshot inner clip 1, and Von had a brief moment to make the pass. He hesitated and was clipped off by JTP right before the final outside zone. After a long delay and both cars trashed, but importantly finishing the run, Von was deemed at fault, but JTP also made a big mistake, and so the result was a one more time. After that call and the vehicle repairs, it was Von who was able to slightly beat JTP and get the win. This is the first back-to-back win done in the new schedule, doubleheader format. Von now has added 2 wins to his list, making him one of the most winningest drivers of all time. It was insane, and I encourage all of you to watch this over and over again. Formula Drift has done 2 cut-downs of both broadcasts on this very channel, so check it out. Right now, the leaderboard looks like this. Ryan Turk is your series leader with Von in second and Frederick Osbo in third. The tight race makes its way to Texas in 1 month. The US Drift Shootout presented by Link ECU will be held at the Battle of the Bay, Friday to Sunday, October 23rd to 25th at Langley Speedway in Hampton, Virginia. US Drift told me that they're trying to make the best of this year, and this will be the only licensing event east of the Mississippi River. There are 5 Pro 2 licenses up for grabs, some great prizes, and it's also going to be live streamed with both myself and Mike Perez hosting the broadcast on NBC Sports Track Pass. See usdrift.com for more details. Okay, how about a Chelsea Denofa update? He sent a note and said, car just got back to the lab, it's getting torn down and clean, panels replaced and spares built back up. We have some setup changes from the Big Bank oval track of Seattle to the flat road course in Texas, but we have plenty of time to get it ready. We just finished up in Bowling Green for Holly Ford Fest. He's heading back home to teach a class a few days this week. Pretty much they are full throttle with all the events, school days, and appearances until end of November. He continues and said, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for my heels, should be healed by Texas if I can find some time to rest them. Chelsea, thanks so much for checking in. And continuing with Chelsea, he and Von Gittin Jr. left Seattle and headed to Bowling Green, Kentucky to drive the Holly's Intergalactic Ford Festival, a celebration of everything and anything powered by a Ford engine. It sounded like it was a blast, complete with drifting, racing, and burnouts. Pro 2 drivers Jonathan Neeren and Kelsey Rawlings joined in on the fun, and Jared DeAnda, the voice of FD, kept the party going and emceed the event. Our dear friend Sam Nalvin, also known as Drift Idiot, jumped on the mic as the expert announcer at Grid Life Midwest Festival 2020. This was October 1st through 4th at Gingerman Raceway, and he kept the laughs and the knowledge on tap. The Grid Life team worked extremely hard to get the event off the ground amid the constant COVID stipulations and changes for this year. The teal and blue Team Falcon Tire Boys were out there shredding, and Odi Bakchis, Dai Yoshihara, Matt Field, Justin Pollock, and Ryan Literal on the GT radial tires were some of the drivers in attendance. It was really fun to watch, and well done to the entire team. And finally, an update on Dai Yoshihara, who told me, "I'm good, still sore, but not as bad as I thought it would be. It will take some time to fix the car, but it will be fixed before Texas." The team only had a day to work on the car last week, but we took the drivetrains out and took it to the frame shop before we left for Grid Life, so they can work on it while they're gone. It should be back from the frame shop early this week and will continue repair. Dai, thank you so much for checking in. Great news all around. Guys, thank you so much for checking in with us on Inside Clips. I'm Lorette Nickel.